Testing. All right, so Jeff Hoke is on Heimerdinger. We are going to do a little stream action here, kind of recap his game, try and give a little bit of tips. Hopefully, these tips can help out, or if he doesn't watch, that's up to him. But first, I'm just assigning everyone to their lane positions. For the people who don't know, you can literally just hold and drag to get them where they need to be. So we got top lane, jungle, mid, AD carry, support. Everyone doing what they're doing. So we look at first Jeff Hope sees the item start out with a Doran's Ring and 2 pots. Good start. He already has lane control. I would say he is a little pushed far up, but with Heimerdinger, um, that's going to happen. And then second, you always want to pay attention to his jungler. He has Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai isn't really known for like going 2 buff start into an early gank like an Ezreal or a Jarvan or something like that. So he can probably play aggressive till about 3.5 minutes before he needs to really worry about a gank. So we're just gonna jump into the game with that information being said. So he's doing good. 5 farm to 2 farm. He's denying farm. Just judging where's the experience bar at. So this is the second wave. So let's go. We'll just have it directed on him. We'll actually turn Fog of War on and just so that way we can see kind of like how Jeff does, because we don't need to cheat and see the whole map. We're just seeing what Jeff sees. So it's real smart how he ran around his turrets like that, and still at the same time getting decent farm. What is he maxing? Okay, so he's 3 has 1 point in each. Missed a cannon minion. You got to catch that cannon minion. Like that can be one bad thing if you got to be good at last hitting minions and timing those towers. Now, obviously, he's not playing this character to master it. It's really just to troll and have fun. Because against noobs, it's hard to do with a Heimerdinger. You know, he has all this excess damage coming out. I do like how the turrets are staggered out because with Echo, if a good Echo, he would literally just throw his Q. It would hit all the turrets once, and then as it came back the second time, that second proc would, do that twice, and all your turrets are dead. So having them kind of staggered out will help from them being killed quickly, which in terms can save you mana. Now, throwing his bomb on these minions, that's just a waste of mana when you have that little. He should save it for another tower, or turret, or to show his missiles. On Heimerdinger, you want to max his missiles. So it looks like Jeff has it looks like he has 2 points into his turrets rather than his missiles. And then also right here, it's 4 minutes in. So right here, it's 4 minutes in. He has his line of scrimmage right here. You need to be very worrisome of Rek'Sai, which we do know Rek'Sai just died in that gank. Um, but and also this ward right here isn't the optimal spot to ward. So usually you want to play towards your ward. So if you're ward on this side, you want to play towards the side of the map. So if a jungler, this side of the map's safe. And if someone comes out this area, you're already so far away that they're going to have to use a summoner to get to you. You can just walk away. And also, right here where he let these minions, he created a freeze for the enemy. Like, Echo's in a perfect spot for the minions, because if Echo wanted to freeze a wave right here, he could. Jeff should have pushed this wave into the tower and let the minion wave reset. And he also lost like 3 to 4 farm recalling without pushing it. So that was one mistake. Also, buying Spellthief's Edge does not make sense because the tribute, he's not going to get it because every time he kills a minion, it slows that tribute down. So it's not going to generate much gold. And the AP ratio is 10 AP. So what he should have bought is Lost Chapter to get the mana and the AP. So optimal spot for Heimerdinger to ward is right here. This ward right here in this river, he didn't ward there, so you can't see it, but it literally gives this whole circumference of vision. So before they even get to this bush, like if they're coming through this way, or even if they want to come up the ramp and go around the bush, or if they're proceeding to this, so he knows where the jungler is way before they get to that bush. So that's the optimal spot for him to ward when he's playing forward like that. On the same thing, if he was on blue side, he would want to ward like right here. So, and you can tell the skill level of people he's playing with. Like that guy, that was like the most. That was probably the worst flash I've ever seen. You don't. You make the enemy use their summoner first before you just flash on him. That way, he didn't even have to use his flash to get out. He just has a skill that jumps, and then the Rek'Sai just walks through. So you can see the level of skill the opponents are pretty poor. So we're gonna come back 12 minions to 37. Jeff's kicking butt. He's doing great against this guy in minions. Realistically, this Echo is playing too safe. He's level 6 now. He has Ignite. He has an ult that rewinds time. What he wants to do is bait Jeff's grenade out, which is, Heimerdinger's stun. Once that stun's out, see like right here, if he would have dodged that and not got hit by all these minions and had enough mana, but he's been wasting it on just throwing Qs out, he could have done a pretty freaking decent combo on Jeff, ulted backwards, and he wins that trade. Jeff doesn't have a heal. He has an exhaust. Right here, having these three turrets that close, aren't you really want to stagger them out too? I mean, you can even once you have this much pressure against the enemy like this, you can start using them as wards. Like if you have one in the bush, like right here, and ward right here, or have another one like right here. So if Rek'Sai could try and tunnel through, you could have one acting as another ward, or most probably would like a pink ward right here and then a ward right there. But let's just rewind that because Echo actually did try and do a decent play, and if he was any more skilled mechanic than that, he would have got it. So we look here, Jeff's in the mid, he's pushed up pretty far. He still has a decent amount of health, but we see Echo comes up around here. He tries to get that stun. Jeff immediately ults, exhausts him so he can't burst. And you see the Echo. Not only did he not get his off ult, like he had his ult, but you'll see he starts attacking minions for a second. So he actually wasn't prioritizing his target. And then he also shouldn't have shown himself until after his slow came in. So that the Echo just it's not so much Jeff's doing a great job, but it's not necessarily just that Jeff was doing good. It's that the Echo is really bad. And sometimes that's what League of Legends is about. It's not being as bad as your opponent. But you see how this is? This we're not seeing any vision that Jeff doesn't have foresight. We see Jeff right here. And you'll see Echo shows before he actually throws his field out. So that just that small amount of time, you see how he shows right here and throws it. This gives enough time for Jeff to really situate what's going on. Like he has time to, what can I do? Do I have to flash out of here? I don't have exhaust. I just used it in the last trade. Or actually, it's about to be off cooldown right here. So before Echo can even get in here, and this is going to get him the shield, but it's not going to get him the stun. So he's jumping into 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets, and one of those turrets isn't like at this point. Echo should have just like, okay, I'm not going to win this trade. I have to get out. But he goes through with it. He has a shield, and you'll see right here. Look, he starts attacking the minions. If you know Echo's kit, that third auto attack does a lot of extra damage. But you can see here he already has the 2 stacks of the ring. But he hits the turret. And then he goes in for that trade. Look how low he had gotten. And we also look, Echo didn't use Ignite. He didn't use his ult. Ult is off cooldown. Very amateur play. And you see he's getting punished pretty hard for it. 16 farm to 58. We see, look at the items. Jeff went back and bought. See what he's going to purchase. It's a lot of time on base too. Really, realistically, as you back. So he got Phoenix Codex first, the ability power, and the cooldown reduction. Ideally, if you're rushing Morelos, you want the Lost Chapter first for the mana return. So in his defense, he has the double Doran Rings and the Spell Thief's Edge for mana, but realistically, you would want to substitute probably one of these rings for boots so you can run around your turrets quicker. And then Spell Thief's Edge, again, you're not really benefiting from the passive. So if you spend this money on pieces of the Lost Chapter instead, it's a lot better. So we see this gank starts again. Jeff flashes out. That's a good play. And you see he has 3 towers here, Echo so low. This Echo is just going to die to his towers. Okay. And then look at that. Like, the damage is insane. So, one thing we can learn is when you're playing against noobs, it doesn't matter how bad they're doing. If you can, play smart and keep ahead, you can make mistakes and still come out on top. I mean, look at the farm. That disparity is crazy. It's almost 10 minutes in. Jeff's so far ahead of him. He has 3 to 4 times his farm. And his team isn't doing terrible. They have dragon control, which is good. Even though the Zen's not really ganking, getting the objectives. As long as you have people who are holding their own lanes, if you don't need ganks, objectives to me are better than kills. Because you're already winning the lanes. You're also winning the map. You're getting the objectives. Now you see a level 8 to level 6. He's got 2 levels up on this Echo. This Echo's silly for even trying to fight. Look at that. Now this is where Jeff makes a mistake. He walks right into the ult range, takes 1, 2, 3 turret shots. Okay, we're just gonna rewind that one more time. One thing to note, when you're playing League of Legends, if you're this far ahead on the person, you don't want to try too hard for the kill. This Echo has 3 deaths already. At a certain point, he is worth less than this cannon and this mage minion. And maybe the melee. So he's less than 3 minions. So if Jeff loses this minion wave right here to catch this kill, he actually loses out a lot more on the kill. But if he dies here, he is going to lose his shutdown gold because he has 3 kills. He's on a killing spree. And then he also loses the minion. So he gave over 330 gold plus all these minions if Echo's able to get them all. So he just, in this one play, not only has he died, give Echo time to catch up, get chip damage on his tower, roam, etc., he's given him 500 gold. And if we look at the discrepancy here, you're going to see the difference is about 1,500. So after this death, that's going to even it out 500 gold. So we're going to press play and continue. So we'll just watch this again. Jeff, although his stun missed, he lands all that damage. Look at that. This Echo had 200 health. He would have to back. He can't even farm under tower. But he ults back in. Look at that health. Rewinded. He went from 270 health to 700. So he got Jeff 2 levels up, got efficiently baited in. This is really bad play. You never want to throw a lead like that. And if you look in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't even really the ult that did so much damage. It was the 4 tower shots. You just can't get too hungry for that kill. If he wouldn't have done this, if like step back right here and Echo ults, he could have got that tower down a lot quicker. Now, in the grand scheme of things, you look at this game and it's right at a 20-minute game. Like I don't even know if they surrendered or what. It probably did. So this isn't a game to attack Jeff. It's just to help notice little things that you could do a little better. So give up this kill right here. You also refresh that red buff over. We're going to click them again. I don't think we can right now. So Morella's good. Sold one of the rings, not bad either. Now, I don't know if Jeff's actually uses hull pots. One thing you don't ever, if you If you start out with 2 health pots, you don't want to go back. You don't want to keep buying more health pots. Oh wow, does he get them? Oh no, well he got the flash, so that's good. If you start out with 2 health pots and let's say you only use one, or if you don't even use any, you go back, sell those pots, and buy a refillable because then you have that refillable pot. We'll check up on the gold. So after that kill, 4,200 to 3,500. So you see 700 gold difference, which isn't the end of the world. Like if Echo helped his team get first tower there after that back, that first tower gold would have evened out that gold. Pretty close to even out that gold. And now you look at the level because he was dead. Instead of a 2 level discrepancy, it's probably closer to a level and a half by now. Well, it's still about a level and a half. So he went in the bush to get that little ward up. That's actually not a bad play. One thing you see, and this isn't bad. He gets the kill right here. But one thing to critique, again, this is a really bad Echo. You have your 3 turrets right here. You really don't want to play in the middle of them like that. Like I would actually recommend playing outside, like right around it. That way you're not taking damage from the minions or what. Man, this Echo's so bad. Why would he even ignite there? Like, that's just a waste of a summoner. Now, if he does have a close trade, he's not even going to have it. So, Jeff, 4-1, he got that kill. Probably going to get this tower here, too. And so he's maxed out his turrets first. So, he's probably just going for, a fun game, play with some noobs. I would recommend if you're seriously playing Heimerdinger, your missiles would do the most damage. Like turrets hold the waves, do chip damage to towers and other things, but those missiles shoot far. If someone gets low with 400 health, they think they're running away. They're not getting away. You just missile at them. Looks like Jeff's gonna back. I actually think he should stay here because after getting that kill in the tower, I don't know how much gold he has in his pocket. Oh wow. Yeah, he probably should have backed 1,700 gold. But does he get another kill right after that? That'd be awesome. This Echo, yeah, he's just effectively a noob. And then we have this jungler he's already walked around and he missed his tunnel. Just died to minions. Wow. Now, Jeff's ult's up. One thing, like how the Echo just got away like that. See this one kill. So Echo, 500 HP, 400, 300, 245 HP. If he would have ult missiled right there, he'd have had that kill. But at the end of the day, 5-1. And he's really crushing this guy. And then we see that Xin Chao just killed another dragon. Oh, actually, I think that Cloud Drake is... But then Jeff just ulted. Yeah, so that was pretty bad. So one thing also known is just knowing to get back 2,300 gold. He ults right here, so his ult's right here. He doesn't have anything to help tank the tower, and by the time like Quinn comes in, he has nothing up. He doesn't have his exhaust. He doesn't have his flash. He doesn't have his ult. Because if we look here, it looks like what Jeff was trying to do is bait a back. Like, all right, I'm gonna back right here and drag the enemy into me, let him jump on me. But to effectively like fake a back like this, he would have needed not to have dropped that. If you're Echo and you're this far down, 2 levels behind, he has 2 levels on his ultimate. Why would you go into a ulted turret? That turret's gonna kill you as soon as he goes in. So if Jeff is gonna fake, or if you're gonna fake a back like this, don't actually summon the one like trump card you have. That's like his full house, his best poker hand right there. He just showed it for no reason, and then he dies for it. We're gonna swap back over. So we see 6,400 to 4,700. So yeah, oh, that's the wrong guy. Wow, he's even further behind. So yeah, 2,400 gold behind. And let's see what Jeff bought that. On that back, he bought boots outright and upgraded them. That's extra 18 magic penetration and movement speed he got. And then 60 AP from Needlessly Large Rod. Still hasn't sold Spell Thief's Edge. Should have sold that already. A 101 farm to 42 farm. He's crushing this guy. This guy is getting beat so hard. But look at this. He has this lane priority, this lane pressure, and he's going top. This is one thing you never want to do. Like, Master Yi is not doing bad against this person. 2 and 3 to 4 and 1. Not doing bad at all. I mean, he effectively knows how to use his skills. And they may turn and get this kill here, but once mid lane goes down, you open up so much pressure on the map. So for him to have roamed top here and like essentially help Yi out, who didn't really even need the help. Like, you look at Yi's tower, it's halfway at 15 minutes. She wasn't getting that tower anytime soon. Quinn's been roaming all over the map trying to get plays, and that's really where her kills have been effectively coming from. It's like this bot side. You have an 0-2 Teemo, a 1-1 Leona. Nothing too special, but the AD carry has 2 assists. She didn't even have kills on her, so their AD carry is effectively kind of useless as far as items, and she went attack speed first, so she didn't even have a lot of damage. So, Jeff went top, which, again, he's playing with really bad people, so giving up this mid priority wasn't too terrible because everyone followed him here up top. He got 2 kills. He looks like he may even about to get a third one here, and he's holding the wave here, so this lane's not pushing, and it looks like this may be starting to push in their favor also. But at the end of the day, if this was a serious game, if Jeff wasn't just trying to have fun, because I know he told me he was just trying to have fun, but for a learning experience, you have that mid priority, you keep that pressure, you move your ward coverage up instead of warding right here. Move your wards effectively in the jungle, so if they could come for you, you would see them coming for you. You already, if as long as you have vision on everyone else, you're good. Plus, you're on Heimerdinger again. You can summon 3 towers. Let one of those towers act as a wave. As long as you're close to it, it'll actually do damage too. Again, just knowing when to back. You have 2,000 gold in your pocket. If you can buy an item, go back. At least even after this kill. But look at that. He doesn't die, but he gets out with 17 HP. There's no reason to stick around right here. They're clearing the minion waves. You're not getting that tower. He was by himself. The Yi's here now. Different story, but still. We come back to mid. It's finally pushing back into favor. So if we would have been here, we've seen that Quinn is a better player than Echo. For sure. Kills, assists, minions, everything. So Quinn is a much better player than Echo. So he wants to keep that pressure against someone who's definitively lower than him. Like, you see Quinn's level 12, Echo's still level 10. You keep that pressure here in mid lane, you already know your bot lane's not roaming. They're losing bot. They have to defend down here. So you keep that pressure mid. This goes from that 20-minute surrender to within 20 minutes, you're already taking an inhib tower. Like, especially going against such a poor enemy team. I mean, I don't know if Zinchao is really good or if he was just like, hey, the enemy team sucks. I'm just going to work on farming and try and pad my KDA, maybe get like some mastery points, avoid losing a bunch of deaths or etc. Who knows? But again, he's just staying up here. I mean, if you have this pressure in this lane, you need to hold on to that. That wasn't a bad play. If that Master Yi would have waited to Q right a little bit earlier or a little bit later, he would have actually lived. Yeah, he queued so early that when the Q proc came back, it actually killed him. So we see Jeff. He's just a freaking dominating beast. 135 farm, 10 kills, no assists. About to help take the second tower of the game. Nice. And then we look in his pocket. Still 2,300 gold, so I don't know what he's trying to buy. I guess he's going for Death Cap. Death Cap wouldn't be the best buy right here because it amplifies. It's only passive other than the great portion of AP it gives you. It amplifies your ability power. But if you have lower ability power, it's really gonna pay off a lot less. So 410. Oh, that's his movement speed. 375 AP. That's high. You probably on Heimerdinger, I would have probably rather seen like Leandry's Torment for the magic pin and the burn damage, or even Ryla's Crystal Scepter. You have the health, which can sustain these ganks that are coming at them. The slow, so your towers, every time they auto attack, it's like applying like Iceborne Gauntlet or Frozen Mallet to them. Like they're slowed, they can't run away. And then at the same time, it has 80 ability power. So the buy he just bought though, pretty good. I mean, it essentially gave him 203 AP from one item, or 223 AP. And as far down as everyone else is, again, this isn't a bad buy, but let's go ahead and rewind because there's just a pentakill that just happened, and we definitely need to see that. All right, so we see him. First kill, literally the guy had like no health left. He pops his ult here, gets the double, melts these fools. There's a Quadra. Where's this next person? Did they just walk into him and say, hey, take me? Yeah, so you can see the Janna. She just wants him to have it. And that's really nice of her. But at the end of the day, 15 kills, 140 farm, level 14 to the highest level enemy in the team, I think is level 12. You have level 10s, 9s, 8s that he just killed. Like, they're super low. The 80 carries level 9, has no damage whatsoever. She went pure attack speed. Pure attack speed. So, Jeff, end of the day, not too terrible. I mean, you won the game, and at the end of the day, you want to win these games. But my only critique, work on lane manipulation. Like, try and keep the lane in your favor. Know when you can push and not push, and know when to keep priority. So, you roam top, you gave up mid priority. If they were any better, that they could have came back. If someone in LCS did that, like, hey, I just spawned, let me go top and help these guys out. Well, it's 2v2 up here, and it's y'all don't get the tower for like 5 minutes, and then you lose your mid tower. That means your vision just went from right here to all this is now enemy territory. And again, it's the same issue with them because you took their tower so early. But the fact of the matter is, you're not here. You and your jungler and your top laner, if y'all are playing around this side of the map, they don't have to match you. They can give that up and take your mid inner, and now you have no vision middle. It's a much worse play. Just work on a couple things.